Hi everybody, welcome to the channel. This is Rob. You guys, today we have the Mary L. Tarot, the second edition by Marie White. I just got this deck, you guys, so I thought that we would unwrap this deck together. This is brand new. I've seen it a couple of times online and I thought, you know what? Let's get this deck. It looked so interesting when I saw the videos and I thought, this looks like a really different deck. I found it on Amazon. It was on sale and I thought, let's get it. So I did, you guys. Let's look at this deck together for the first time. So let's find out, you guys, if this is a deck that's going to be staying in the collection. Let's find out if this is a deck that I'm going to be able to connect with or not. Or maybe I'm going to need a little bit more time. And at the end of the video, you're going to find out if this is a deck that stays or not. We're also going to interview this deck at the end of the video, if it is indeed going to stay in the collection or not. So stay tuned all the way till the end, and you will find out how this deck and I are going to be able to work together, and if this deck is going to stay with us. Let's do it, you guys. Let's open this guy up. This comes in a very nice box, by the way. And I have seen this deck for a while online. I actually bought it on Amazon. It's very available. And I thought, this looks so interesting. And I was so blown away by the drawings of this deck that I thought, let's get it. And so it was also on sale. And so I thought it's a good time to get it. And here we have it. It's a large box, but a nice box. It opens up like this. It actually has the magnets here on the side. And this is what this side looks like. This is what the back of the box looks like and how it reads. So go ahead and pause your device if you're interested in reading that. And once again, it opens up like this. It has the magnets inside of the box. We have a pretty good sized book. We'll go over that in a minute. And here we have the cards. This is what the inside of the box looks like. It is rather flimsy. So all of this is just nonsense here. Really, it doesn't make any sense what they have done here. They really have a very big box for cards that are not that big. So presentation is okay with this deck, but it could have been a lot better. This is the book that it comes with. It is a pretty big book. It has over 192 pages. It goes, of course, into the major, minor arcana, and it gives you a picture of the card, as you can see. For example, here's the 9 of Cups, and you can take a read at that. Pause your device and read that if you like. And it continues here. So pause your device and read that if you are interested. And what else can we know about this book? That's about it. It's pretty straightforward. It has an introduction, landscapes of the abyss, history, major and minor together, structure of tarot, perfect ambiguity. And this is all that there is to it. So it is in color. It is nicely printed. So I have to say that the literature that you get with this deck is pretty good. I do like it. So I'm pretty pleased with this book. Of course, I'm going to read it whenever I get a little bit of time and see how that reads. And so, like I said, you can go ahead and pause your device and read that if you like. And let's see what these cards look like, you guys. So right off the bat, I can tell you that they're gilded in black. I like it. Ooh. So this is the back of the card, and they are reversible, as you can see, totally reversible. This cardstock feels okay, you guys. It's not the best, but it's not really so bad. I can deal with it. The printing is also pretty good as far as I can see. And they are smaller than your regular size. So here we have a borderless, and this is how this one compares. So it's a little bit thinner and it's a little bit shorter than your regular. But the size is not the best size for me, but I can see how many people would like that size because they are easy to hold. As you can see, I have no problem holding them. So right here when I'm holding them, it seems like shuffling is going to be okay. And of course, we're going to do shuffling after we're done reviewing the cards. But let's get started. Let's take a look at what these cards look like, you guys, because I'm super excited to do this. And we start with the Knight of Discs. Once again, the artwork is amazing. The artwork on this deck is amazing, you guys. Once again, this is the Mary L. Tarot by Marie White. And this is the King of Discs. I love the artwork on this deck, you guys. I find it to be absolutely gorgeous and intriguing and raw, but at the same time, it gives you so much to look at and so much to think about. This is the King of Swords. I love that King of Swords. Look at that. Really, really cool. This is the King of Cups. That is also a wonderful King of Cups. I love the background with the lilies on it, and so it almost looks like he's coming out of the water. It could also be Zeus, right, as he's holding that trench, but it looks like he's coming out of water, and I really enjoy that. This is the Page of Discs. Wow, that's a baby. So I've never seen such a young page of discs or coins. This is the Knight of Wands. Wow. And you know, one of the things that I read before I was opening the box, it says that this is a deck that can be used by somebody that is seasoned or by somebody that is learning. But for what I'm seeing right now in the videos that I've seen online, I don't know that this would have been a very helpful deck for me when I was starting with the RWS, because that's how I started. Of course, everybody starts their own way, but for me, it was all about the RWS when I started with tarot. And so I don't know if this deck would have been helpful. I mean, I can see it now how it sort of relates, but it doesn't really relate. This is the Knight of Cups and beautiful images, really. This is the Knight of Discs. Really beautiful. Another very young character there. This is the Queen of Swords. Wow. There's not really a queen there, right? But there's an eye there. Amazing. This is the Queen of Cups. She's gorgeous. The colors are beautiful. The drawings are intriguing. And paper stock is pretty okay. I mean, paper stock is sort of run of the mill. You can tell that this is a mass-produced deck, but it doesn't matter. It just, it's really intriguing. This is the King of Wands. I've never seen a King of Wands like that. This is the Two of Cups. Two of Discs. Love this image too. She is totally green, and then she's got the two coins sitting on her eyes, and I think it's beautiful. There's the Three of Wands. Once again, if I look at this Three of Wands, does it really remind me of the RWS? And it doesn't. So I don't know why they would say that this is for somebody that is just learning or for a seasoned reader. But if you have this deck, let me know what your comments are. This is the Three of Swords. I love that. I love the heart with the roses coming out. I love flowers. And I think this is just beautiful the way they've created that image. This is the Three of Cups. Beautiful. The Three of Discs. And it's like work that's starting up, right? But it's not like they're getting together and they are looking at what needs to be done or as far as labor or manual work. No, you have a baby here. You have two people there. It sort of looks like they've just had that baby and it's time to get to work, right? Because bringing a baby into this world is such a commitment. And I love the way that they have depicted the Three of Discs on this particular card, because to me, there's no bigger commitment in this world other than having a baby. And so it works really, really well. This is the Four of Wands. I don't really see that much of a relationship between this card and the normal RWS card, but okay. This is the Four of Swords. Then again, I don't really see the similarity between the Four of Swords that we usually see in the RWS and this one, but nevertheless, it is a beautiful picture, and the artwork on this deck is really, really stunning. The Four of Cups. One of the things that I'm not liking about this deck, and it disturbs me, is the font here. I wish they would have done this font a little bit different. I don't know. I think that the colors sort of collide. It's okay. I love the fact that they're frameless. That is really wonderful. This is the Four of Discs, or Four of Coins. This is the Five of Wands. And once again, this is a lion here. I don't really see how this relates to the RWS, but the Five of Swords. That's really, really, really an interesting picture. I love all the owls. I love that she is in there in between all of them. And here's the baby. And it's almost like she's completely covered by the owls. This is the Five of Cups. This is the Five of Discs. And, you know, it's almost like you can see through him, right? There's a hole there, exactly where his heart is supposed to be. And you can see it right through it. It's almost like he's been hurt before, you know, and I like it. I like the colors very much in the images. And this is a deck that, Six of Wands, this is a deck that is intriguing. This is a deck that is not boring whatsoever. I'm not bored with it. I'm actually looking forward to the next card. Because I find it so totally interesting. The Six of Cups. I also find it very inclusive. I see a lot of different people here and a lot of different characters. I see male and female. I see animals. I see people of color. I see a bit of everything in here, and it's really wonderful. That's the Six of Discs. This is the Seven of Wands. It looks like a wolf. This is the Seven of Swords. And I'm not sure what the crow with the stone on its peak and what the serpent really means there, but Seven of Cups. Now that's an unusual Seven of Cups. This is the Seven of Coins, and this is really strange. I don't know. Are these mountains, or is this a crow, or I don't really understand what this is here. We would have to take a look at the book. So here's what the Seven of Discs says it is, you guys. You can pause your device and read that, of course. The Seven of Discs is munin, memory. It is the chariot itself and the physical body when describing the spectrum of the soul and the earth itself, or the physical universe when describing the universe. So it goes on, and so I'm not going to read it all, but you can pause your device and read that if you like. So that will give you a pretty good idea of what that drawing means. This is the Eight of Wands. So fascinating, really. And once again, you guys, the paper is not bad. The cardstock is not so bad. It's not my favorite, but it's not bad at all. And they're not glossy or anything. They're not matte. They're sort of like right in the middle. This is the Eight of Swords. That's an Eight of Swords I think we all can relate to. This is the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Discs. So much to look at. So interesting, really. So beautiful. It looks like, here's the lamb. And here looks like there's two sort of lions or dragons or whatever you want it to be. And then here's the lamb in between. Really amazing. There's the Nine of Wands. Wow, is that powerful? The Nine of Swords. Also a very interesting pick. And once again, you guys, if you're not familiar with the RWS, or if you're just starting to learn tarot with the RWS, this might be a little bit confusing. And I say this all the time, and I'll say it again. If it might be confusing for some of us, but some of us not. Maybe not. Maybe you want to grab this deck already and start using it and start seeing how that works. We're all different. So try it your way. Try whatever you think it's going to work for you. I just find these drawings so totally intriguing, and there's just so much to look at. I'm not getting bored. I'm actually really looking forward to the next card. This is the Ten of Wands, and I am wondering what's going to come next. This is the Ten of Swords. Yeah, that makes sense. That's a perfect Ten of Swords, actually. So some of the cards, I can see the similarity with the RWS, and some of them not. This is the Ten of Cups, and I don't the Ten of Cups is usually a very happy card, so I'm not sure why this is being depicted like this, but it would be interesting to maybe see what the book has to say about that. The Ten of Discs. This one is a little bit convoluted and a bit hard to look at. This one is the Page of Wands. Oh, look at this pic. Wow, Page of Swords. Amazing, you guys. Really, really, really beautiful, intriguing sort of pictures that they have created here for this particular deck. And I don't know if they really speak to me completely clearly. They're sort of mysterious in a way. This is not a deck that I would take out when I wanted a clear answer. I think this would be a deck that would be one of those decks that leaves room for interpretation or leaves room for imagination. This is not one of those decks that I think I would take out and say, this, you want a straightforward answer. I don't think this is a deck that gives you that. This is the world. I think this would be a deck that would leave you chatting for a long time. I don't find it to be grotesque. I don't find it to be raw. I do find it to be totally artistic and full of symbolism, by the way. There's symbols everywhere, and you would have to look really hard to find a lot of the symbols. Of course, we don't have, 2-3 hours to go through these cards and really pick them apart. But, if you look, you find the symbolism there. This is the Ace of Cups, and I find it to be beautiful as well. This one is the Ace of Discs. And once again, this font here, it just doesn't look right. They could have done that font a bit different, but nonetheless. And you see that a lot of these images have human features, and then the top of the image is a bull, and then it has wings, in case you haven't noticed here. So they are so intricate. There is so much to look at. There's images that look, not only does it have animal and human features, but then here you have a female feature and here you have a male feature. So it's a bit of everything, and I find that intriguing. I find that for my imagination just a huge piece of food to digest once I take it in, because there is so much to see and there's so much where the imagination can run wild. This is the Two of Swords, a moth there. Not a fan of moths. This one is the Fool. This is a really cool Fool. It looks like he's getting ready to fly. It looks like there is a dragon behind him. Maybe he's sort of fighting it off, or is he actually being powered by the dragon? I don't know. And there's monarch butterflies there too. Look, his feet and the shoes are covered in a monarch butterfly. So it could be that maybe he can fly with those. Really, really such a wonderful deck to look at. This is the Magician. This is the High Priestess. Look, it's almost like she's not there. It's burning inside, but you see the hands there, right? And she's obviously sitting there. And this is a very this is a very RWS picture. So the Empress. Look, she's not pregnant anymore. She had the child already, and she's already out there looking for food to feed her child and herself, obviously. So interesting. She's just not sitting there as a queen, which we usually see the Empress, right? We see her there sitting pregnant, and here this one is at work, and it doesn't look like she is royalty or anything like that. It looks like this is a woman and a mother looking for food, and she looks just like a normal person. She doesn't look like royalty or anything like that. This one is the Emperor, and he definitely looks like an emperor to me, but once again, tons of symbolism there to look at. And so the Hierophant, interesting Hierophant. The Lovers. Interesting Lovers card too. Not my favorite, but This is the Chariot, and it's got that Indian, North American Indian look to it, right? And then there's the wolves there. Justice. A very Egyptian justice there, you guys. The Hermit. It's like he's part of the ocean. The Wheel of Fortune. Strength. Beautiful strength card. I love it. I love the pearl. It's really gorgeous. This is the Hanged Man. Ah, look at Death. Wow. She looks really, really, really old to me. Then there's Temperance. The Devil, you guys. Purple. I've been seeing a lot of purple being used for the devil lately. The Tower. There's a major explosion that went on there. The Star. Pretty. The Moon. I don't like that moon card. I don't relate to it at all. And the Sun, finally, you guys. That gives me total Mayan vibes or Aztec vibes there. So, and it could be that that's exactly what that is. And in case you're wondering how this shuffles, you guys, this shuffles perfect. Look at this. Not a problem. They're shorter than your usual card. So that's not going to give you a problem when you try to hold this whole deck together. It really is not. The gilding is in black, which I already mentioned, and is beautiful. And when it comes to shuffling, this shuffles just great. Let's see how it does when we do a spread with this deck. It doesn't work totally perfect, but it works okay. Now, are you wondering if this deck is going to stay in the collection or not? This deck is totally going to stay. I like it. And I find this deck to be really a piece of artwork. Every single card is an art form. And so for that alone, it deserves a spot in my collection. Let's pick 5 cards. Let's ask this deck, or let's interview this deck on how we're going to be able to work together. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Card number 1, you guys. What makes you unique as a deck? We got the 7 of discs. Wow, that was that card that we didn't really quite get, right? And we even went to the book to look for it. But, you know, work. That's what this card is going to tell me. This is what this is going to be. This deck is really going to work for me. So the more I work with this deck, the more it's going to serve me. And so that's what this card says to me. It's a hard worker, you guys. That's what this deck is right off the bat telling me. I'm a hard worker. I'm going to tell you everything that I can. Card number 2, what quality is most important for me to develop as a reader or a healer? The 5 of discs, you guys. I need to really look inside my soul. So I really need to humble myself. I really need to come down. I really need to be thankful for everything that I have. And I need to remember that help is always around the corner, you guys. This is a very humbling card for me. And so it means that I need to really practice on being humble. Card number 3, you guys. How can I best learn from in collaboration with you? Temperance, you guys. I'm going to have a one-on-one and a sharing collaboration with patience and time. So temperance, you guys, is how I can best learn from and collaborate with this deck. Number 4, what do you see as the potential outcome for our relationship? The Chariot. Control, we see an orderly journey together. If I treat you well, you will treat me well. So the Chariot will lead us together in the future, this deck and I. And number 5, what advice do you have for me right now? 9 of discs, you guys. So that is the 9 of Pentacles, you guys. I'm rich. Not only, I'm the type of person that has everything, you guys. And I really need to not look behind me. I really need to what's in front of me. I really need to see that what's in front of me, it's really all I have. And I need to really start enjoying and be thankful for what I have. You guys, that is the Mary L. Tarot. And so you guys, that is the Mary L. Tarot. In case you were wondering, this is the second edition. This is what's for sale out there at the moment. And so if you are wondering about this deck, if you have been wondering about this deck, well, there you have it. You just got my opinion of this deck. I'm looking forward to working with this deck. I'm super happy that this deck is in my collection. It's a very artistic deck. Presentation is not that good. It could have been a lot better, but it's not really about the presentation, is it, you guys? It's about the cards themselves. And the cards could have been a little bit better, but it's okay. I'm still happy with them, and I am going to be using this deck, and I'm going to be enjoying this deck, you guys. So as I always say, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and until the next time.